Hi, Patric Chan here, and welcome to today's marketing class. And in today's marketing class, I'd like to touch on the topic of e-commerce. And the reason why we decided on e-commerce is simply because that seems to be like the hottest topic that's going on all around the world, and especially in Malaysia right now. It seems like everyone wants to start some kind of e-commerce business, or there are those who are already considered pro doing e-commerce. So when we talk about e-commerce, what's the first thing that comes to our mind? We will instantly think of buying and selling of products, and that's what e-commerce is. It's just buying and selling on the internet, but you say an online platform such as a website and so on. So when we talk about buying and selling products, the first thing that comes to our mind are physical products. Physical products such as the computer, watch, clothes, specs, anything that are tangible. Because after all, physical products is the simplest form of an online business, because it's very straightforward. Let's say I'm sitting on a chair, right? So means that if you like this chair, you like the black color, it has all the specs that you want, then you'll buy it and you'll compare pricing, like which website, which merchants has a better offer, right? I mean, logically, that's how e-commerce actually works, down to simplicity form. Now, so if you look at this perspective, physical products is always leading the game. This is the main type of e-commerce business, because after all, it's about adapting towards this before you can go to the next one and so on. When I use the word adapting, it's not something fancy, but it's what the market is adapted towards what's happening. Because if you think again, you are not going through this training, this marketing class as a consumer, but you're going through this marketing class as a marketer, or an online business owner, or an online entrepreneur. You're trying to think how you can capitalize on the market and see what does the market want, so that you can provide the solution, the offer, so that they may want to buy your product, right? So as I said, physical products is like leading the whole e-commerce. But the other big e-commerce are services and also digital products. So these are the ones that people don't really tap on. And when I use the word people, I'm referring to more like marketers or entrepreneurs and so on. Because many people are very focused on the physical product aspect. Now, we focus on physical products because that is how the market is being, I would say, penetrated to, how the market opens. But once that market opens, then the next thing that follows are still services and also digital products. And if you think again, the digital product business is actually way bigger than even the e-commerce physical products. Now I know it's somewhat of a big claim, but I predict the market will just going to explode, going to go even bigger, especially here in Malaysia. Now, let me share a few more insights in today's marketing class. As you know, this is a very casual video. There is nothing on my computer, there's no script, there's no paper and so on. Everything just comes from my mind, because I just want to share with you as if that you're sitting in front of me and I'm like talking to a friend, alright? So when the market, the consumer are used to purchasing online, the next phase is where they will start to go for learning and acquiring knowledge and education by using the internet, right? Because it needs them to be familiar to buying online, like how to buy a computer and so on. Once they're familiar with that, then they understand the process of acquiring a different types of products, which is knowledge, through the internet. So when we look at this perspective, right, we understand that, hey, physical products, the e-com market is huge, and that actually set the stage for the next explosion. And what I mean setting the stage is because you as a marketer, you are now able to open up a new market, so that you're not competing with other merchants. You see, here's how the circle of it's not product life cycle. It's not. It's more like the trend. Okay. So when e-com is getting famous, you'll see a lot of competitors. So let's say you sell. I'm just simply gonna take something. Let's say you sell these glasses, right? So if you sell these glasses and it sells well, it's just a matter of time. You'll see a lot of knockoff coming in, and then that's where the competitors becomes much more stiff, and then there'll be other designs of glasses that comes in, lighter weight, cheaper pricing, and so on. So your business will now take a dive in a sense because you don't have a lot of competitors, and they are selling the quote-unquote same products because there's not much differentiation that you have unless you are a leader in the market, unless you have brand, unless you have something that's very unique. If not, you're gonna face strong challenges. But you have the opportunity to spin up first, to come out first. When the market is matured, you come out and open up a brand new market of business, and you focus on the segment of digital e-commerce. So that's the next so-called frontier is, if you understand where I'm coming from. And the next thing I want to share is about building e-commerce business. It's like many people always think that it's about like selling overseas, which is a good market, which I encourage you to do that. But at the same time, right, you may underestimate your own local market. Now, let's take China as the biggest example here. Do you know that Alibaba, there's one day on the Singles Day of the year in 2016, in 24 hours, Alibaba site generated more revenue than the whole US combined on Cyber Monday and Black Friday combined. Combined means Amazon, the whole US, right, couldn't even beat one Alibaba website in one single day. And we're not even taking the whole China market. You see, the thing is that, right, that don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be biased of saying what is good, what is bad, and so on. I encourage you to sell all around the world. I encourage you to sell to the US and so on. But there's a huge market that you forget to tap, which is here right now. Not in my house, but here, as in that where you are right now. So if you are Malaysia, imagine that you are able to pioneer out and start on the digital e-commerce for the Malaysia market. Now, before other people steps into the game, before even overseas people comes in to take your market, right? Because eventually someone will see this opportunity. So that's what I want to share with you, some insights about e-commerce, that there is more than just selling physical products, right? Because when you look into digital e-commerce, right, the cost is relatively very low. Now, when I talk about digital e-commerce, I'm more referring towards the digital products. Digital products are information, like video training, ebooks, intellectual properties, right? Like information, knowledge, content. I mean, it could even be music, it could even be movies. But the one that I'm referring more towards are educational based training, like videos and so on. Now, like for instance, I am creating one right now by doing this marketing class, but I'm just doing this for free. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing my own house, right? I am using an iPhone to do the video with a selfie stick. If you can see that, there's nothing fancy here, and that's about it. Just try to what's the word? To evaluate my inventory costs. There's nothing much inventory cost, right? But what if I do this marketing class right now, and instead of 10 minutes marketing class, I do a 10 hours marketing class. Let's say I do that, but I'm not doing a 10 hours marketing class. But let's say if I do a 10 hours marketing class, I'm pretty sure I will be able to sell it for a price, right? Because if you think again, if you go to the bookstore, there are so many books selling at whether it's 50 ringgit or 100 ringgit and so on. What are all of those? All of those are information products, but they are just not digital. But if people are buying books, physical books, and Malaysians love buying books, can you imagine if those books are actually e-books? Maybe the price could be half the selling price in the bookstores, right? I just want you to start pondering on that point. Now, how would your business be? Now, if those books are e-books and they're selling that way for half the price, and the author doesn't have inventory costs and doesn't have to wait, say, 180 days to take the first check. I mean, don't you see that how this business is all revolutionized? And the consumers, right? First, they are used to reading books and they buy books anyway. And because of the e-commerce with physical products opening up the market and making them familiar to just buy products on using the internet, whether it's using PayPal or credit card and so on, that has helped you to get started into the business, because the market, right, the consumer, your potential customers are now ready to follow through the next trend. All right. So with that said, this is Patric here. Feel free to leave any comments if you have any thoughts, and feel free to share this video to your friends. Thank you.